Today I'm going to talk about theory of karma, what God has said, how to act, what the karma is. So basically in these times, especially in Western society and even in, other parts of the country, I've seen people always doing something and then they say, well, I don't want to waste my time. Essentially, they're trying to say that they want the results of their acts. They kind of forget that the results of acts is not in their hands. Only they can do the work, they can act, but they cannot really determine and decide and have a result in place. Result is the sum total of all the things, not only your acts. How you did perform the act. So many things are involved in getting the results and what form of results you're gonna get. So basically, I will just name a shlok that Lord Krishna told to Arjuna in the battlefield about the karma. So he said, Karmane vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachan Ma karm phaleshu karmane vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachan ma karm phal hetu bhur mate sangost karmani. So I will just translate that, in broken parts, starting with karmane vadikaraste. Arjun, you have the right to work. Ma phaleshu kadachan. You have no rights on the results. Ma karm phal hetu bhur. You're not the cause of the fruits of your work. Ma te sangosta karmani. That doesn't mean that you stay attached to work. So you got to work. You have a right to work. But fruits not in your hand. Just continue to work. And if you follow that, you will also enjoy in your life, where every minute you're not worried, concerned, or nervous about the results of your acts. It comes automatically. So that's one thing, he said. There's another shloka I'm going to refer as far as work is concerned, and it gives a key as to how we should act. So basically, God is saying work unattached to the results of your fruit. Somebody who works without being attached to the fruits of the act is called by Lord a true yogi and a sannyasi, not somebody who doesn't act and don't do nothing. So God says, Anashrita karam phalam karyam karm karoti ya sa sannyasi cha yogi chana niragra cha kriya. Somebody who works without attached to the fruits of the work, that's an ashrita, without having a shelter. Karm phalam, fruits of work. Anashrita karm phalam karyam karm karotiya, who acts. Sa sannyasi, he is the sannyasi, a mystic. Cha yogi, he is the yogi. Chana niragra cha kriya, the one, not the one who does not put a fire and doesn't act. So that's another thing. So on day-to-day basis, we see a lot of people distressed that I did this, I did that, I never get the results. You will always get the results of your act. There is never a moment where you do something and the reaction doesn't come to you in terms of the fruits of the work, good or bad. There is no worry about that. It's even said by the yogis, Maharishis, that you are subject the fruits of your act from the past life and the lives to come. People who win the lotteries makes hundreds of millions. It's not the act of this life, it's the act of the previous life that the God could not give the results. They could not realize the act of the fruits of their act is carried over to this life, and they win the money in terms of lottery without doing anything. People who work hard their life, they can hardly make their ends meet. And some people hit a lottery. I mean, it's just not accidental. It was meant to be. How it was meant to be? Either they did something in this life which is very rare, that there is something to the magnitude they will earn them hundreds of millions. Of course, something in the previous lives that they couldn't realize the fruits, and they're getting the fruits in this life. The God has again said, to Krishna while in the battlefield, that people who try to achieve me, or yogis who try to achieve me, and they could not achieve me and they're fallen in the next life, they're either born into very religious lives or into very rich families. So even in this life, people, who couldn't realize the fruits from the previous life and couldn't be born in the aristocratic families or in the religious families, then they get results like lotteries winning and things like that. So I would keep this much today. We will meet again very soon. Thank you.